Back to my channel. In this class we are going to discuss about basic data types in C. If you are seeing this video first time, you please subscribe my channel and please share it to your friends. Okay, enter into the topic, data types. Every language is having their own data types. So what is a data type? Data type indicates nature of the values to be represented in a variable. That means what type of values we can store in a variable, like integer values or real numbers or like characters, etc. Data type indicates nature of the values to be represented in a variable. Along with the nature of values, it also specifies range of the data, range of the data in the sense from what value to what value it can store. You call it as range of the data, range of values. Next, how much memory it requires. For example, character data type requires one byte of memory. Integer requires 2 bytes of memory. To store values in the memory, to store values in the system requires some memory. So different data types requires different memory sizes. That we are going to discuss in the next topic. After all those things, nature of the data, range of the data and memory requirements, it also indicates what are the operations we can perform on this data. For example, arithmetical operations or concatenation operations. So altogether, data type indicates nature of the data to be represented, range of the values to be represented, and how much memory it requires, and what are the operations you can perform on this data. Next, categories of data types. What are the different data types? Primary data type, derived data type, and user defined data type. C language offers primary, derived and user defined data types. In this session, we are going to discuss about primary data type. What is primary data type? The data type which is built in with the C compiler, you call it as primary data type. It is also called as basic data type. The basic data types in C language are void, char, int, float and double. Void means nothing. Void means nothing. It requires 0 bytes of memory. That means it does not require any memory. It does not represent any value. Already you might have seen that void main. That means it is not representing anything. That we discuss in the coming topics. Next, char. CHAR stands for character. Character data is denoted by CHAR in C language. It requires only one byte of memory. Its range is -128 to 127. That is 256 different symbols. The range for unsigned it is 0 to 255. Any legal character in C language can be represented with CHAR. That may be an alphabet, or that may be a special symbol, or that may be any digit, etc. It can store any single character. Next data type, next basic data type, int. This is most regularly using data type. Int stands for integer. A number without any decimal value, rounded number, you call it as integer. So for unsigned and signed, we have two models, signed integer and unsigned integer. For signed, it ranges from -32,768 to 32,767. For unsigned, it will be 0 to 65,535. Next, for example, you consider the numbers 5, -26, or 32,001, or 32 lakhs, 1,004, etc. Any numbers, any whole number. Like what is the age of a person? Like that we use integer numbers, rounded numbers. Next one is float. Float is nothing but real numbers. In our day-to-day life, we call it as real numbers. Float data type requires 4 bytes of memory. 4 bytes of memory. Its range is 3.4e plus or minus to 38. And it represents decimal values. Integer part dot some values. We call it as real numbers. In the normal format, you call it as real numbers. In the C language, we call it as float data type. It represents single precision floating point. Next primary data type is double. Double is also to represent real numbers, but it is with double precision, and its memory requirement is 8 bytes. Next, what type of operations we can perform? On integer, float, double, we can perform any arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Whereas in the character data type, you cannot perform arithmetical operations. Only we can read the characters and display the characters. So overall together, the data type indicates nature of the values and range of values, memory requirements, and what are the operations you can perform on these data types. If you want to perform any arithmetical operations, you can choose int, float, or double. If you want to represent any characters, you choose char, char. Don't write character, you write only char. For integer, don't write integer, you write only int. In the same way, float, double. Now we see some small program to represent these data types. So this is a sample C program. Comments, data types, how to write comments and what are the use of this preprocessor directives and everything. You please refer my previous video. The link is provided in the box. Data type, it is a comment, / comment. Hash include stdio.h, that means standard input output header file will be included. conio.h stands for console input output header file. Void means it returns nothing. Here my data type int. A is of type integer, and here I have initialized A with 9. In the same way, f is a floating type variable and it is initialized with 3.4. C is a character data type. It is initialized with y. For numeric, you don't give any quotations. For character data type, it should be included within single quotation. It should be included within single quotation. For numeric, don't give quotations. CLRSR stands for clear screen. It clears the screen. CLRSR works with the help of conio.h. Printf. Printf is an output statement. Within the quotation, whatever the data you have given, it will be printed as it easily, except control strings. Control strings are escape sequence starts with the / symbol and format specifier starts with the %d, percentage symbol. Control sequence, we will discuss it in the another session. That link is provided. / n stands for new line. A equals to %d. First format specifier within the quotation will print the first variable outside of the quotation. That means in the %d place, A value will be printing. In the same way, second printf statement, f equals to %f. In the %f place, f value will be printed. Next, in next print statement, in the %c place, c value will be printed. Size of another printf statement, size of int is %d. Here I have used a function, size of function. That size of function will return the memory size of the given variable. For character, the memory size is 1 byte. For integer, the memory size is 2 bytes. For float, the memory size is 4 bytes. Printf. Size of the character is percentage D. Percentage D means integer model. Size of C. Get CH. Now I am compiling this program. Compiling with Alt F9. I got 0 errors and 0 warnings. Then execute. To execute the program, click on Run button or simply press Ctrl F9. You see the output. A is 9. It is rounded number. F is 3.40000. It is a real number. C is a character data type. And then after 3 lines of print statements, next 3 lines, you see size of int is, that statement is printed as it is easily. But instead of percentage D, it has printed size of integer. In the percentage D place, it has printed size of integer, that is 2 bytes. In the next print statement, size of float is printed as it is easily. But in the percentage D place, it has printed size of F. Last print statement, size of char is printed 1. That the size of char is printed. Now you come back to the program, you will get back the result. You see, size of A, size of F, size of C. A is integer type. So in the percentage D place, it has printed 2 bytes, that is 2. Next one, in the percentage D place, it has printed size of F. Size of F. What is the size of F? Size of float? Yes, 4 bytes. In the next print statement, percentage D place, what it will be printing? Size of C. What is the size of C? C means character. What is the size of character? 1 byte. The same output it has displayed. If you have not subscribed my channel, you please subscribe my channel. Thank you.